you try to memorize licks and play them in your solos, but when the time comes to play the lick, your mind goes blank? Today I want to share the 3 mistakes you need to avoid so that you'll be able to play those licks at the right time and with confidence. Hey, Donna here from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your playing up to the next level. And for the best music performance and jazz improvisation tips, subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll know when a new video comes out each and every week. So in this video, I want to go over those 3 mistakes you need to avoid when it comes to using memorized licks in your solos. Now, what I'm going to be teaching you is the same stuff I teach my students all over the world of all ages. And it's really helped to boost their confidence when they're improvising. It doesn't matter what style. A lot of my students play blues and rock as well as jazz. Okay, mistake number 1. You don't want to insert memorized licks into your performance unless you've worked on this as an exercise first. So change your mindset into treating this like an exercise, not a performance. So first thing, learn the lick by ear, really internalize it, then use your metronome to build up the speed so that you have it in your head and in your fingers. And if you want to add context to the lick, add the backing track so that you can hear the chord progressions behind that. And you could loop those measures. You could loop the measure or those measures using iReal Pro or the Amazing Slowdowner. Mistake number 2, stringing a series of memorized licks together, all in one chorus of a solo. It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like you're creating. It actually sounds like you put together a whole bunch of memorized licks into one chorus. Now, those are popular licks you hear all the time at gigs and at jam sessions, and they're good licks, they're good vocabulary. There's nothing wrong with them, except when you throw them all together into one chorus, and don't play them with any feeling like I just demonstrated, okay? So definitely learn those licks, put some feeling into them, but you've got to do something else after that. Now, I'm going to talk more about how you can insert the cool licks that you like into your solos in part 2 of this video series. So please don't forget, subscribe to my channel now so you'll know when that video comes out. Now, how is this so far? Does it make sense? Let me know in the comments below by typing in the word cool. Mistake number 3, writing out a complete solo, memorizing it, and hoping to perform it perfectly live. You got to think about your nerves, and you have to think about how well you play under pressure, all right? And for a lot of folks, that's a really tricky situation. Let me tell you why this is a big mistake. A lot of people rely on those written solos memorized, and then when they go to play them, they're so nervous about getting every single note, the opportunity to play it passes them by, and then they're like a deer in headlights. They're frozen. They don't know what to do at that point. Okay, that's the first reaction. The second reaction is that they may start off really well, and then they get distracted for a second, and then it messes them up, and then they mess up the rest of the solo. Okay, so don't make that mistake. Don't rely on memorizing a written solo. Now, here's the thing though. Writing out solos is a good practice to do to get really good at creating good solos. But you don't want to, again, memorize the whole thing and bring it onto the bandstand. In fact, you don't even really want to memorize like a big section either. You know, improvisation is about being creative in the moment. It's about having a conversation like we're having right now, right? I'm not preparing what I'm saying right now. I'm thinking it through for a second before I'm saying it. So it's kind of like I'm improvising right now. Think of your soloing on the stage or in front of others that way. Now, I do also want to say this. You know, you've probably heard a lot of great soloists and even the masters play canned licks, okay? Yeah, you do hear them. But here's the thing. What they're doing is they're taking the lick and going off somewhere else with it, okay? They may be quoting. Okay, I've heard Candy Dulfer play that lick in the middle of a funk tune. How cool is that, right? Now, the difference is that she's not relying on only that, or that one lick, or memorizing a series of licks. Okay, she's quoting the lick and she's going off doing her own thing. So she may take that canned lick to inspire her to do something else. You may use a canned lick to kind of take a breather for a second as you're thinking about the next thing you want to, portray, the next story you want to tell. So please understand, a solo is not a series of licks strung together and memorized. So those are the 3 mistakes. Here's a quick recap. Number 1, don't insert the memorized lick unless you've treated it like an exercise and really have gotten it down. Number 2, don't string a series of licks together into one chorus of a solo. And finally, number 3, writing out a whole solo, memorizing it, and hoping you'll perform it on stage without a hitch. Now, listen, if you're feeling stuck with your soloing, if you feel like you're playing the same licks over and over again, if you're bored with what you're playing, or if you're feeling like, you want to get past playing pentatonics and blues scales, or maybe even you want to get more creative with your solos, I've got a free quiz that can identify the stage you're at right now and give you your next best step for improvisation. All you need to do is click on the link in the description, take the short quiz, and at the end, you'll get a free video lesson with your next best step for improvisation. It doesn't matter what genre you play. Stay tuned, because in part 2 of the series, I'm going to show you 5 steps, tips, strategies for incorporating your favorite licks into your solos so that they don't sound fake, okay, so that they sound like you're actually creating them. Just hit the subscribe button so you'll know when part 2 is available. Thanks so much for joining me. On that note, take care. Have a great day.